Good morning, Steve. How are you?
Good. Good morning.
Do you really, or do we really understand what a cup of coffee costs?
A cup of coffee in downtown Sarasota costs a tremendous amount of money.
Let's talk about that.
Well, the cost...
Hang on one second.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Rennick. I'm the team lead, the senior broker of Team Rennick, part of that great Mangrove Realty Associates family. My guest this morning is Mr. Stephen Reed. Stephen, let's do
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing well.
This is another edition of Out and Around with Mike, where we promise to show you the aspects of Florida's West Coast from the eyes of the folks that live here, play here, and work here. Cup of coffee, costs. What do we got planned this morning?
The costs in downtown Sarasota are tremendous, never-ending, and buried, and hard to ever figure out what this cup of coffee truly cost.
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
I haven't got the bill yet this morning, so it'll be interesting. Go ahead.
Well, you will get the bill, but it'll be in your tax bill.
Oh, all right.
See, here's the thing. The city of Sarasota has played back and forth over the decades with paid parking, okay? It's never worked. It's always cost far more.
They put it in, they've taken it out, they put it in, they've taken it out.
If you pay taxes, you're subsidizing parking. Okay. You're subsidizing the employees, the meter people, the harassment. You pay for it. The benefit or the goal is to help the area businesses. That's the idea, to keep a churn of customers. That's the goal. Some like it, some don't. Bottom line is, though, huge costs. This year alone, they lost about $150,000. Actually, right now, they are in the red. 150 grand.
In terms of the revenue they generate versus the cost to maintain it?
Yeah, because they've expanded the program. If you remember, in the last couple of years, they've opened the parking garages on St. Armands and initiated paid parking here, brought it to downtown Sarasota, and then, of course, I don't know if you were around, but this thing called COVID hit.
I heard of that.
And when COVID hit last year, what they did was they closed off these areas downtown to paid parking to help the restaurants to allow social distancing, to have tables outside. Well,
so folks are now able to, they've expanded the sidewalk out into the streets in many areas. You know, when you drive through here at night, and I come through most nights wrapping up my day, it's great to see the amount of people in downtown, but sitting in these, what used to be part of Main Street, the thoroughfare, enjoying their dinner.
Yeah, it is. They're out here, they're busy. You should be busy working on your listings at that hour, but if you're cruising around downtown, I get it. We get bored. But anyway, downtown...
I said wrapping up a busy day.
I hear you. You have to fortify yourself for the... All right, but anyway, it is very busy. It's been a...
What newspaper did you used to own?
New York Times. That's another story.
All right.
So long story short, the city had a decision last week, a couple of big decisions. Are they going to continue the paid parking and manage it themselves or hire an outside company to manage it? City decided, no, let's keep doing it ourselves. We can do it as well as anyone. Okay, they decided that. The second big decision was, are we going to continue to leave this area open till the end of the year and abandon the 30-odd parking spaces, which generate about 130 grand in that period in revenue?
Okay.
They decided to leave them open, let the restaurants continue to recover. These are restaurants on the west end of Main Street. They're going to have the ability to use basically the parking in front of them, and they can even put tents over it. So it really helps the business, coming at a cost of some lost parking revenue. So the cup of coffee, to circle back, is going to cost you about $136,000 this year.
Me and my closest friends.
And you're, you sell property, right?
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know what happens when you buy property?
You pay tax?
You get a bill.
Yes.
Yeah. It's called the trim notice. Shows up.
What's interesting, though, so on a serious note, we're talking about where businesses have expanded the parking out into the streets with city approval. And a couple issues, and then paid parking. I'd love to do a video just on paid parking down the road. But so this is one of the things the council is wrestling with, and they've agreed to allow that to continue, right?
Yeah.
At least through the end of the year. Is that right?
Yeah, and to be fair, if you look at this from a macro point of view for the city, the biggest issues this city really deals with have to do with cars and transportation. We're dealing with a roundabout.
Yes.
Big battle. What to do with all these cars coming off the key and dealing with downtown traffic.
Right.
We're dealing with parking. What do we do with these cars? Are we going to allow employees to eat up the spots, or do you encourage the businesses? It's a tough tango. And then you're dealing with transportation to St. Armands and the island, always a big struggle. So this town really is, like the rest of the country, contending with the automobile, how to best kind of survive in a business environment with this car, with this thing. So as technology changes and society changes, we're seeing this tension all the time between the car, business, and our lifestyle.
So we need to come back with an update.
Yep.
Appreciate your time again, Steve. As always, you're great for these, and I'm very, very happy about that. Thanks for watching. We'll be back until next time. Steve?
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.